He loves to record people and yeah.
What did you say? I try to intimidate people? No, you mentioned me. If you want to mention me, I'm standing here quietly recording in a public space, exercising my First Amendment right.
Thank you.
They be on county property.
Yeah. See that sign right there?
Yeah, that's right, but then they're on county property.
Yeah, but as long as you're outside of this point.
Except you want to know what? I'm not electioneering. I'm recording the election. I can go wherever I want and talk. That's the cool thing. I'm not for a candidate or against a candidate. You, on the other hand, are for a candidate. Hi, sir.
How's it going?
Huh, life is good. As long as you wake up.
Accident, I remember that.
Anyways, there are all these fun stuff.
I'm just watching our elections.
Do you have anybody that can maybe see something that I just got informed of? That
Yeah, I'll put you on YouTube.
Huh?
I'll put you on YouTube.
No, please don't do that part. But I want to make somebody aware, and I told these guys in here, I got a lady that came to the house pretending to be something that she's not. Something to do with and I had an issue with my voting. I voted early. And they said that she told me that it might have been their signature or something, and so she gave me a form to fill out.
It sounds like they were trying to cure your ballot, is what they call it. Meaning, if they found a signature that didn't quite match right, this is what I understand. They pull that ballot out and then they send somebody to your house to cure the ballot and ensure that it's you and give you a form to bring down to the registrar and make sure that it's actually you that voted. That's what I've heard. I'm not I'm just a guy that records stuff.
Okay,
so.
But is the fact that how do they even know that I've voted and what I voted? And if it's do they go beyond the signature? And,
I don't know.
This guy in here that I talked to at the registry, he pulled it up, and it's nothing wrong. He says you've already voted.
I do know that a county commissioner is coming down here right now because another person I got called to come film them dealing with the registrar. If you want to wait for him, he's probably going to be here by about 1:30 or so.
I got to go, but would you just maybe take a picture of her?
Candy, or Cynthia Perrine Candy, precinct captain. I don't know who that is. Is she?
And they don't know in there.
Are you a Republican, Democrat?
Republican.
So,
in name only, I'm voting for.
Who you want to vote for?
Well, Harris and Waltz. That's who. You know, that son of a bitch, Trump. It smells of something that he would get involved in. Just the fact of him actually having all these schemes, and he doesn't care how many votes he gets. He's got a scheme worked out where he's going to get in the office, which I'm totally adamant against.
Right.
And so it just pisses me off that, you know, this happens to who else is it doing it?
I would, if they're working for one of the parties, you might want to call the Democrat Party and ask them if they've got somebody by that name canvassing or curing ballots, and contact the Republican Party and ask them the same question, and they can figure out if that's somebody that was actually working with one of the parties trying to cure ballots.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't know. I'm just recording and documenting the election.
Like I'm the poor sucker that is, you know, falling for this because they show up at your doorstep. But I don't like that at all.
Yeah.
It's just, hey, mind your own damn business, like Walt says. Okay, well, thanks.
There you go. Have a good one.
Oh, the chips. Yeah, they're gone. Let's see. Now we have.
Why do you lie?
Like that.
Well, when you talk about me, I'm going to respond.
So if you feel free? Yeah. Okay. Okay, thank you. Thank you. There you go.
The great thing is I record everything I do, so it's kind of cool.
I got to come back because they said I had already voted, and when I found out, when I checked it, it's not even signed, so I'm not even getting anything by mail.
How you doing, man? You know what a good day though is better than the rest of us probably.
Huh?
Any day you wake up is a good day.
Oh yeah. I'll make it.
Go vote if that's what you're doing. Go vote if that's what you're doing.
I got it filled out.
Oh, good job.
Inside?
Yep, inside and I think a little bit to the left. They'll direct you in there.
So why do you have to come back at 3?
To get it straightened out.
Okay. They can't do it.
They've got to find out what they're looking for.
Oh, gotcha.
And then see who I supposedly voted for.
Okay, gotcha.
I don't remember getting anything by mail ballot yet.
Do you have an alarm you can set on your phone to remind you to come back at 3? Okay, because you say absent minded. I'm like, hey.
Not bad. I'm 82, I'm not dead. Age protection.
Thank you. Oh my goodness.
Pictures of pictures, it's cool.
If you go right in through these glass doors here, they'll go take it, and they'll make sure if you have any questions, like your signature, they would help you with that. Okay? Do you have any questions?
No, it's no mine. It's for my wife. My wife, she can walk. So.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, you could drop that forward. Do you have any questions on anything?
No.
Well, thank you for bringing your vote down. Your ballot down.
Good, how are you guys?
Good.
How's it going? I'm just down here watching stuff.
So the election protection people are inside.
And also, you're
Oh, are
not
they?
supposed to engage beyond that point. That's actually violating the law. Just to let you know.
Could you let me know how I'm violating the law?
I just violated the law.
No, you are not.
How did I violate the law?
The cameras and talking to people as they're coming out.
Do you know it's
That is-
do you know it's legal for me to walk inside and record that?
Now, just so you know, I just wanted you to know that you
How
don't
did he
have
violate
to.
the law?
Yeah, only because we can't electioneering. See that sign right there?
Yeah.
No electioneering beyond this point. That is the boundary.
What candidate?
Well, the lady just came out and said it. So
What candidate did I support?
So he said hello though.
I know, but because he's out here electioneering.
How am I
How
electioneering?
is he electioneering?
Okay, we'll see. We'll let somebody else come decide.
You know what's electioneering? It's the people inside the polling location wearing the badges that say voter protection.
Yeah.
That's electioneering, and that's breaking the law.
Is that?
Yes, it is.
Okay. We should report that.
Absolutely, somebody should.
Okay.
Because
You want
they're
me to get
inside
one
the
out here
polling
so you
location.
can report that? 'Cause I'm
Sure.
calling them now.
Absolutely. So how are you?
Life is good.
I don't see
I'm
you
amused.
wearing any election materials.
What is this? What does that say right there?
It says media,
Yeah.
and I see City of Reno, and I don't see any Harris or any Trump paraphernalia on your body at all.
You know what's cool? I got this new camera. and it does 360, so it shows everything.
That's fantastic.
Isn't it kind of cool?
Well, anyway, thank you for saying hello.
Yeah.
And for not representing any candidate as you said hello.
Yeah, I was going to go inside with my camera and go stand around and watch it there too.
Hostile environment.
So I walked up here the other day with my camera and just kind of sat here, and she starts just going off. And I'm just being neutral. I'm not giving any of my personal opinion. Yeah, I think you've seen me do that before.
Yeah.
No personal opinion, just...
Yeah. Do you want me to stick around? Is she going to call the police? Do I need to make a statement?
Oh, you're... Oh, I think we're okay. This has it all.
Okay.
If you want to hang out and watch the fireworks, it'll be fun.
Yeah, I don't really care too, but have a pleasant day.
I will. At least it makes me laugh, so... If you can't laugh at life, hell, what's it worth? How are you guys?
This table's not, but when you go in through those glass doors, yeah, you'll be able to. Here is if you want a slate card. These are candidates that have a ballot, so that way you'll have to guess. If you see them here, that means that they're all the Democrats. But and then you can put in your pockets so that because they won't let you take material in with you. So you can put in your pocket and use it when you vote. Oh, good. Okay. Right, thank you for voting. How's it going? Are you volunteering? Is that what that stool is about? I saw your stool. I'm getting excited. How are you?
How you doing? How's life?
Why do you always walk around with a wand in your hand?
Well, you know, I'm magical that way. Because what I've found in government is some people may not always be totally articulately accurate in their statements. Is that a good way to say lie?
I see.
And what I found with cameras is cameras never lie.
I get it. I get it. I give it to you. Okay.
Well, I've done First Amendment auditing, and you've seen me record the government. It's pretty much, I'm just about recording the government. And then I find the flaws, and I point the flaws out, and God bless the flaws. How are you doing?
Good, good.
You having fun with watching all this stuff?
Yeah, did you hear the podcast?
Because these are Democrats.
It was about all the battles that we've been doing here in Washoe County. And it was done by the New York Times. Has a lot about they don't mention your name, but I can hear your voice.
Yeah.
And when you're speaking, doing public comment, during the vote, whether or not to certify the election. And then they had interviews, some past interviews with Beatles. And and the reporter went in, a couple of women, I can't remember their name, who had been doing, getting a bunch of information for Beatles and y'all, etc. And they interviewed her, those two women, a lot. I can't remember their names. So, but anyway, it's a fun podcast. It's our story. It's a fun podcast.
Yeah, it's a story. It's. I mean, to me, the reason I record and publish it and I'll do all that stuff is. Yeah. Well, it's of public interest. People watched my stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm amazed. I mean, I never thought I would do this in my life. But it's an interesting story that the public consumes. And whatever side of the line politically you're on, I think that everybody has concerns with elections.
So anyway,
I mean, that's why you're here, right?
I'm just letting you know you're famous. That's all.
Well, I think that's why you're here, is to watch it and make sure everything goes right for the way that you think it should go.
Absolutely.
And I'm here for the same thing.
Right.
Although she does accuse me of electioneering, and I don't think I've said one thing about a candidate. I just wear a shirt that says.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
But she's kind of upset with me.
You're so sly.
I am. Okay. I don't say what I'm doing at all. It's not like it's printed.
Okay. All right.
I'll see you later.
All right, take care.
Have fun. Be safe.
I don't know. I filled out that part. Yeah, they're right in here between the glass doors. Now if you have questions too, they can help you. So if you know that you lean blue, this is a Democratic state. Do you know all your people? Did you
No.
pick them out?
All I did was say no. All I want is Harris
You just want to vote
for the president.
Do you care about your down ballot? Like
No.
are your, so you don't even have to like really do a whole bunch of research. Just in case you want to.
I've already filled it out, so can I change it?
Well, if you left them blank, you can still fill them in. Okay. Otherwise, yeah, you're good to go. And as far as your signatures, we'll record you. Exactly. I've called some people on. He likes to intimidate people, but they'll help you when you go through the glass doors.
Thank you very much.
Hey, Mike. How are you doing?
Good, yourself?
We both woke up, so life is good. Sorry about yesterday.
Oh, that's all right. And I was going to go today and ended up not going.
That was
Did you go?
Yeah, I went.
Was it just a typical political rally, or?
It was, yeah, pretty much. It was, you know, Lombardo was there.
Did he speak?
Yeah, he spoke. I mean, nothing substantive, or it was just.
Have you seen Troy here?
I haven't seen him yet.
Okay.
So she's upset because I'm recording. She says I'm electioneering. Here, let me go in here and electioneer with my camera. She called voter protection on me.
The lady goes, before I, what do you call it, final vote? I looked at my reel, I made it print, and I couldn't see where it would allow me to vote, so I went back through it. It didn't allow me to vote. And the guy walked by and I go, hey, how come I can't vote for anyone in Sparks? And so he got his phone and they made some phone calls and they fucked with the machine for a while. And then he goes, I don't know. And then while I was standing there, this gentleman and his wife said they couldn't vote for Jesse either, and they wanted to vote for Jesse. And then the lady told me, but they couldn't vote for DeLong either, just so you know. It was both of them were off.
Sure. The whole race was off.
Right, and then the lady told me who was standing there, and Sarah took her flowers later that night because I kind of raised the scene. The lady told me later that multiple people had asked the same question, why they couldn't vote for Jesse. And then she told me he's very popular, like he's doing really well, just so you know.
That doesn't.
I know. I'm just telling you what she told me.
Your vote should count. Their vote should count.
Everyone's vote should count.
Just because they say, right. What is that? That means dick.
Right.
Sorry.
Yeah. So that's why I brought it all.
So
where do you go? In here? Yeah. Good one?
Yeah.
Okay. Like that's a, we were. Okay, so yesterday I went to the Sparks Library.
You want to secure? I mean, did you? Okay, I'll let you finish. Go ahead.
I went to the Sparks Library. This is where I live. And this is, it was just my birthday, so I have a new ID coming. And I can't vote in Sparks, they say.
You can vote anywhere you want to vote.
Well, no, that's not what I mean. Nobody from Sparks was on my ballot. So I couldn't vote for Jesse Kalter, who's running for municipal court, etc. So the team came over and we had a conversation about it. They made several calls, but it never got fixed. So I'm trying to figure out why.
Okay, let me pull your name up. I'm going to pull up your paperwork of what is on my list, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, and I voted yesterday at the Sparks Library, so you know. Okay.
Okay, so did you, when you went to go vote, did you do an address change?
No.
Okay, you got 2 different precincts, sir.
Uh-huh.
You're 2 different precincts.
What do you mean? So this is the precinct I voted in last time, 2 years ago.
This is not the address I have on board for you. I have 54, this one.
Yeah, but I changed it. This is how it comes to me, and it has for the last 4 years.
Okay, so then let me go look again to see what happened there. Because these
look,
are two.
This is mailed to me.
Okay, yeah. So I have to look to see why. I'm just so I didn't realize that. So this is
that's one. This is where I lived 5 years ago or 6 years ago, and then I moved. And when I moved, I changed my address to this address. And this has been my address, and here's an ID to show you where I am.
Okay, so then this is why what I'm saying at the vote center. This is the precinct you had on that they're pulling up for you.
But that's wrong.
Okay, then that's what. That's what I'm telling you. That's where they're coming from.
So when I was there, also there were other people who said they couldn't vote in Sparks, and they lived in Sparks, and the lady said there were several people that day that said the same thing.
Okay, so I'm gonna go look to see when this when it got changed. Okay, so I'm gonna go. This is not my desk.
Okay.
So you go ahead.
Mr. McDonald.
How you doing, sir?
How are you? Good.
Good. Nice to see you.
Good to see you, man.
And everything.
Troy.
Andrew, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
This is Addie. She's our guru, so what can we do for you guys?
So what happened? Yeah. So the other lady isn't helping me anymore. So I vote in Sparks. Always at the Sparks not post office, the library. I live at this address. Here's my license changed on my birthday, so they gave me a temporary till I get one in the mail because it's the new ID. You can see the address is everything. This is where I get my mail. This is where my ballot was mailed to me. But it doesn't let me vote in Sparks. So I can't vote for like the Sparks mayor, Sparks commissioners, etc.
Even that is consistent.
Let's take a look. Well, yeah, we'll take a look at your record right now.
But it's not a deal.
And the reason it meant so much is I wanted to vote for my friend who's running for judge, and I couldn't. So.
But basically, the process
I find he has changed it. Never changed it.
for any reason they don't quite like it, then it gets pumped up.
Okay.
So this is what we have also have.
Okay.
But this is 1 second.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
So what did they say I didn't do?
In our old system, it looks like this was your previous address. Is that
what is it? 455. So yeah, that is my previous. So I haven't lived there in over 5 or 6 years.
Okay. Well,
so
we'll take this and figure it out here.
So this is your record in our system. This is what we have for your residential. This is what we have for your mailing. So that matches because that's where you're
open over here.
That's why you got stuff mailed here, which makes sense. What we have is an update for you. And let's see.
So even though I changed when I moved from my this is residential too, so you know.
Okay.
This is where I actually live, so you know.
Okay.
And I'm looking at it. It looks like we have an online update from November of 2022. That was done on the Secretary of State's website, and it was just changing only your mail. So your residence, you're still associated to that previous address.
Yeah, and I haven't lived there in 6 years.
And so your precinct that you're in is 7301. So the ballot.
So it only changed my mailing address?
It did only change your mailing address, yeah.
Isn't that kind of weird? Because I know I filled it to change the whole thing, right? So how do I be able to vote Sparks?
This is the one. This is your current ballot, as far as where your residence is currently in our system. This one.
Yeah, and that's how I voted, and it didn't have anyone from Sparks on there. So it didn't have, like I said, Jesse Kalter for mayor, or not mayor, I'm sorry, for judge. It didn't have Abbott, which would be
City Council.
City Council.
So,
and I voted yesterday, so, right?
Okay. So, what we can do, what happened is essentially the online function when you go on to the Nevada State website, which is what was happening. You're updating information and we take it and we push it to our system. So we don't audit that information. We just take, okay, you filled out this information, it's valid, we're going to push it to the system and update your record. So that's why that happened. So that's why only your mailing was updated. So when you went and voted, you voted on the precinct associated to your old one. Yeah.
So I'm still, how do I fix the problem?
So you voted yesterday?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that vote's cast now.
Yeah.
But he wants to fix it for the future.
Yes.
Well, no, I still want to vote for Jesse, my friend. It kind of, like, part of it is, so now you're saying I can't vote for anyone in Sparks where I live.
Well, if you've already cast a ballot, then, right,
Yeah.
you're saying you cast it already.
Yeah, yesterday.
Yeah.
And when I did it, I argued with them about the whole thing and why I couldn't vote in Sparks. And the lady told me that it happened to several people. And also when I was standing there, another couple who lives in Sparks said they couldn't vote in Sparks either. And she told me that it had happened several times that day.
We can't speak to that side of it. The only thing we can speak to on this side is because we have a voted ballot from yesterday for what's currently on your record.
So I can't vote for the two people in Sparks that I need to vote for?
Yeah, you can't cast two ballots.
Well,
it'd be a double vote.
I can take a minute.
Okay, thank you.
You heard that?
Thank you.
I'm shit out of luck. Wow.
But we can focus on correcting the record for the future.
So what would have to happen now, because of the time period we are in, you would have to go online and update your registration there. Just because we can't, close of standard registration was October 8th. So you'd have to go on to the Secretary's website, which we can give you, and update your information. So
Yeah,
your
I can do that.
residence is correct. Yeah.
Yeah, I know I did it right the first time too. So, okay.
The Secretary of State's website is the one that said everybody voted. Remember months ago they changed everything around, said people had voted that hadn't voted for different things, and they had their glitches at the Secretary of State. Could that be anything to do with this? You know what I'm talking about, right?
You can explain it again if you'd like.
Well, several months ago, the Secretary of State's website was showing, like, for instance, that I had voted in the Republican primary for president.
Okay.
But we caucused. But it showed that I'd voted in the Republican primary when I'd never voted there. I've got a screenshot of it. And thousands of other people had the same experience when they went and checked the Secretary of State's website, and there was a glitch at the Secretary of State's website. Could that have anything to do with this?
No. No, not at all.
That was a data display error. That was pulling from one separate category in the file. This is when they go online and they update their registration, everything that they put in there is pulled into our system.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, there's the answer for what it is. For the moment, have a good one, guys.
Good to see you.
Good to see you guys.
Like when I do it, it doesn't say anything about another address either. So address from my warehouse to the clubhouse, right? And I'll do that after. That's why I told them, yeah, I'll figure it out.
It's a clubhouse just off Wedekin, ain't it?
Yeah, it's on Sky Terrace.
Yeah, okay.
So what do you guys do?
No, electric engineering behind this point.
What's that?
No, electronic. Electioneering.
Electioneering. So you can't wear.
I like that camera.
Yeah, I got a few of them here.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
It beats my Nikon, boy. That size.
It makes life a lot easier.